Everybody, hi Nancy, how you doing? Hi Mariana, hope you're well. Hope you can all hear me and see me okay. Welcome to Find Me a Medium and myself, Stace, who will be doing card readings for you this evening. Hello Barbara, hope you're well. How's the weather been wherever you are? It's been pretty dry here today. Bit close though, bit muggy. Hi Kim. Today I'll be using my animal deck, my animal spirit deck by Colette Baron Reed. These I find really pretty and easy to read. Good to see you too, Barbara. You're in the South UK and it's raining. Yeah, we had rain here yesterday, but it's been pretty dry today. It's been overcast, but it's been dry. Very hot in San Francisco. Oh, do you know, I'd love to go to San Francisco Bay. It's the song. I love that song. Sitting on the dock of the bay. Hi, Jade. Hi, Paul. A lot of people from the USA this evening. Thank you for joining me and spending your afternoon with us. I think it's afternoon where you are, around lunchtime, I think it is, depending where in the States you are. Orlando is melting. Oh, is that why they call it the Sunshine State? 'Cause it's always sunny. Florida. Hi, Jade. Hi, Linda. Hope you're well. Now we've got a few of you on. Your first time here, Paul. Well, welcome. Welcome to FindMeAMedium. Welcome to Veronica Jenkins Page. Hi, Tammy. Oh, Tammy, I'm going to come to you first because, as I said, your name's card flew out. So let's see. Let's make a start, shall we? Groundhog. You got the groundhog. Look at him. Isn't he cute? Eating his piece of fruit there. But he's looking a little bit fed up. And I get this feeling with you, Tommy. I feel like you're feeling a little bit fed up at the moment and feel like you're going around in circles. I feel like you're repeating the same cycles over and over again, a bit like Groundhog Day, the film. Eat, sleep, rave, repeat kind of thing. You need some variety in your life. I feel like things have got a bit stagnant for you just lately. And you're not sure. I feel like you're bored. You're bored with life in general. It's literally eat, work, sleep, repeat. Eat, work, sleep, repeat. And that's no fun for you. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, don't you, my darling? Okay. The piece of fruit that he's eating is a raspberry. I see it as a raspberry. And what I want to say is you need that bit of fruit in your life. You need that bit of variety in your life. You need that sweetness. I don't know if you're in a relationship or not at the moment, but I feel you need somebody or something just to spice things up a little bit and get your passions going again. Go out and meet people, get social again, because I feel like you used to be a very sociable person, but just lately you've not been. And I want you to get back out there and I want you to get socializing again and break this Groundhog Day cycle. I don't want you to eat, sleep, and repeat. Eat, sleep, work, repeat. That's no good for anybody. So you need to be a bit more spontaneous, my darling, okay? Get a bit more variety in your life. I'm also seeing jade, and I associate the stone jade. I don't know if it is a March birthstone, but I do associate it with March because it's my partner's favorite stone and he's March. So I also want to take you to March for a significant month. Let me know if that makes sense for you, my darling. I also feel that there are some changes coming for you within the next few months, some positive changes, some moves in with regards to finances and either a job or a hobby. If you're going to make a hobby into a money maker, or you're already making a money maker and things are going to improve where they've been a little bit slack of late. And it does make sense. Thank you. Hi, Cheyenne. Hi, Carisha. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. You've got the number 3 and 1. 3 and 1 is 4. 4 is April. So I also want to give you April as a significant month as well. Um, but I also want to give you the number 4. Now, whether you're 1 or 4 or there's 4 in the family, but I do feel I want to give you the number 4 where children or siblings are concerned. Again, let me know if that makes sense, my darling. Now, just behind the otter, there's a pattern, and I saw it as an old time clock. So I do feel for you, what's making you so stagnant and what's making you repeat things is events of the past. You're holding on too much of the past, my darling, okay? And it's time to let it go. Time to let go of the past, time to let go of the past hurts and heal yourself and move on. There's lots of browns and oranges in this card, so that I want to bring in warmth, I want to bring in grounding for you, and I want to bring in a sense of going back to my roots and remembering who I am and where I came from. You've got 4 little grandkids. Yeah, I knew there was a 4 significant. Thank you for that confirmation, darling. But yeah, I saw 4 and it was 1, 2, 3, 4. So I do feel 2 were born close together, and there's 2 that weren't born so close together. Because they're doing them in order of, like, I'm seeing a dominoes dice. A dominoes dice? Dominoes don't have dice. Why did I say that? You know, like dice have the domino pattern on, I should have said. Sorry, that's my mistake. Dominoes don't have dice. Silly me. Anyway, yeah, it's time to let go of the past and try and get more involved with the family and the grandkids and just be a big kid yourself again. I want to say it's time to bring in that fun and laughter for you again. All right, my darling. So make sure you go out, you socialize more, and you put time aside for the grandkids over the summer and enjoy life a little bit more than what you have been doing. All right, my darling. Thank you for working with me, and I hope that helps. Okay, let's see who's next. Let's see who's next. Come to you, my darling. Where are you? There you go. Since it's your first time here, Paul, I will give you a reading, my darling. Let's see what comes up for you. Now, straight away, Paul, I've got an itchy nose with you. And normally when I get an itchy nose, that means somebody's sticking their nose into your business where it doesn't belong. Would you understand this, my darling? Hi, Becky. Nice to meet you as well. Hello, Paul. Would you understand that somebody's poking their nose into your business a little bit too much, trying to tell you what you should do and how you should do it? Because that's the feeling I'm getting. That's why my nose is itching, because somebody's poking their nose in where it's not wanted. And you are allowed to speak up. I feel like you're frightened of speaking up a little bit in case you hurt somebody's feelings, and telling them to back off and just cause an argument. Not at all, my darling. You don't understand that. Oh, yes, I know. Okay. Yes, I know. I feel like they're trying to tell you what kind of trying to give you advice, but it's not sounding like advice. The intention is good, but what they're actually doing and saying is not helping. Would that make more sense? I'll wait for your reply before I carry on. Hi, Susan. Yes, that does make sense. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. Okay. You're another one that needs a little bit more playtime. You've got the sandpiper, my darling. Look at the way he's dancing on them rocks. He looks very funny doing his little dance. And I want to say to you, you need to do a little bit more dancing. You've got a lot of green around you, and green for me is about spring and summer and new life, new beginnings, and thriving. So I feel like you thrive on being a social person, not being that isolated hermit that you're slowly becoming. Um, I feel like you're cutting yourself off from everybody at the moment because you're trying to make decisions about things, but it's decisions that you need to make on your own. And everybody's in your ear giving you advice: do it this way, do it that way, say it this way, say it that way. And you just want to go, no, 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 back off, people. Back off. I am quite capable of sorting this out for myself. And that's what you need to start saying to people. Don't mind socializing with you, don't mind having a laugh with you, having a drink with you, whatever the case may be, going out for a meal, whatever. But please don't try and advise me on things that are going on in my life because I need to sort it out and prioritize it for myself. Just tell them there's some things you need to learn by yourself. And I feel this is one of them cases where people want to try and help, but it's something you need to figure out on your own. Does that make sense, my darling? Yeah, I sense you've got a lot going on because the sandpiper's feet, that they're almost going too quick for the water. They're going up and down like like they're treading on hot coals. So I do understand you've got, and I feel like you're tiptoeing around people at the moment as well, which you shouldn't have to do. But you need to take life a little bit less serious, my darling. Get a little bit more playtime in, have a little bit more fun, and don't sweat the big things. And if it helps, write a list. I'm being shown a piece of paper and a pen, and you need to write a list of priorities. What needs sorting first? What is the most important? If it's not going to matter tomorrow, next week, next month, even next year, then don't stress about it, my darling, okay? Don't stress over it. Just put it all to one side, hand it to the universe, and just break yourself free a little bit and give yourself a little bit of playtime. All right, my darling, I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Okay, let's see who's next. Let's see who's next. Jade, your first time here as well. Let's have a look for you, my darling, then. I like to do the newbies as well as the regular people. Thank you all ever so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you spending your Friday night with me, even if it is just for an hour. I love your company. I hope you enjoy mine as much as I do. You're very welcome, Paul. Whoever you're drawn to. Yes. Jade, are you still with us, my darling? Just so you know, I do see all comments and we are streaming to Facebook and YouTube. I do try to be fair to both. But YouTubers, you have to keep commenting, otherwise I will not see your comments. I always see the Facebook, but if the YouTubers don't comment, then I can't see you. Hello, my darling. How are you? Let's have a look, see what card comes up for you. Okay. Oh, we had a bunch. I tell you what, I'm going to go for the top one. Coyote. You've got the coyote spirit, my darling. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? She's looking very determined in that card. It says trust in divine detours. Now, I do feel like you've had something on the burner, something that you're trying to work at or get together or move forward in, but for some reason it's been taking longer than what it should have done. Does that make sense, my darling? Let me know if that makes sense to you, because I feel like this, whatever this is taking longer than it should, and there's a little bit of impatience with you now. It's like you're getting fed up of trying, and it feels like the harder you try and the quicker you try to move on, the less time that you have to be able to put things in progress. Does that make sense? I'll wait for your reply before I carry on. It does make sense. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. Okay, so what it's saying is trust in divine detours. Now, if you look, This beautiful coat, has feathers hanging off her ears. These are what I see as prayer feathers. So I do know that you've been asking the angels and the universe for some divine intervention to help you move this along a little bit. Now, what you have to realize is that sometimes the universe will put things in the way for a reason. Everything always happens for a reason, okay? So if it's not happening when you think it should, it will happen when it's meant to happen. Does that make sense? It might not be as quick as you like, or it might not be in the way that you expect, but it will happen. But it'll happen when the universe deems it right to happen. Okay, my sweetheart? So they have heard your prayers and they are listening and they are trying to work with you to do it. But for some reason, there's things getting in the way that the universe has put in the way because things have had to go a little bit slower for whatever reason. Now, you might find that maybe there's not been enough finances, or maybe at the time that it was supposed to happen, something bad happened and you had to take time out for that. So again, everything happened. If it's not happened yet, there's reasons for it. You've been needed elsewhere. Okay, my sweetheart, but it will happen. It's just going to take time and you're just going to need a little bit of patience. You've got 6 and 1. 6 and 1 is 7, and 7 is all about taking action and not looking back. So it's no good looking in the rearview mirror when you need to go forward down the carriageway, because all that's going to do is end up questioning you. So what I'm saying is, don't look back on the past. Don't think negatively. Don't get into that mindset, well, if it's not meant to happen, it's not meant to happen, or maybe, it's not the right thing or the right move or anything. Don't be thinking like that, because every thought is energy and every thought goes out into the universe, and the universe doesn't differentiate between negative and positive. If you're sat there thinking it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen, then it's not going to happen. Whereas if you think in that positive mindset and get into the mindset, well, the universe will allow it to happen when it's meant to happen, then that's exactly what will happen. It will happen when it's meant to happen. Okay? A lot of happenings there. I hope I haven't waffled on too much, and I hope you understand what I mean. Okay, my darling, thank you for working with me, and I hope that helps. Okay, who's next? Let's have a look. Hi, Mel. Long time no see. How are you, my darling? Hi, Beverly. Good evening. Hope you're well. Hi to Christine Clayton as well. Oh, Beverly. Just as I said your name, I got... Oh, where you gone? You're jumping. There we go. Okay. So you, my darling, have the hawk spirit. I absolutely love hawks. And this is a bird of prey, and it's also one of the top spirit messengers. Okay, so this has definitely been sent from you, from the heavens. Let spirit be your guide. So I do understand from this card, and I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying this as well, that you've been asking for help with something, or you've been asking for help in making a decision. You're not sure whether to go left or whether to go right, whether to do it, whether not to do it. So what I want to say to you is, according to this message, is let spirit be our guide. So what I want you to do is close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Ask the question in your head. Your first response is spirit. Your second response is your ego. Okay, follow that first response. Whatever answer you get when you've took a few deep breaths, that will be your answer and that will be your guide. Okay, always go with that and go with your gut. You will know it's right in your gut because you will feel it. You will feel the vibration. All right, and that will be spirit's answer to help you. You've got the love and support from spirit. You've got 3 and 2, which is 5. 5 again. Now the thing is, the number 5, it's not so much letting go. You have to let go of the past. You have to let go of past mistakes. And what I want to say to you is, you have to forgive yourself for your own past mistakes as well. But the number 5 doesn't completely look backwards. It also looks forward. So what it's doing, it's taking the lessons from the past and allowing you to use them lessons to not make the same mistakes again in the future. Does that make sense, my sweetheart? Let me know if that makes sense, Beverly, please. Because this is all about taking the lessons, letting go of the past, but taking the lessons that you've learned from the past in order to move forward, okay? But again, let spirit be a guide. Just close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in the peace and quiet, ask the question in your mind or out loud, it doesn't matter. And whatever first thought comes to your head, that will be spirit guiding you, okay, my darling? That will be your answer. All right. I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me, my sweetheart. Okay, let's see who's next. I'm very well, thank you, Melanie. Very well. Oh, I wanted to call you Melanie then. Have you been into some trouble just lately, Melanie? Because I have a feeling you're only called Melanie when you're in trouble or when you've done something you shouldn't have. What you been up to, Missy? You've been up to mischief. Let's have a look. The cards will tell me. Oh. Okay, somebody's been a bit free. You've got the starfish. I love the starfish. Open to infinite possibilities. So I feel like at the moment, my darling, you are kind of feeling a little bit invincible. Not you. That's why there's a little laugh on the end of it, Mel. You've been up to mischief. I'm not saying it's a negative mischief, but I feel like there's a little bit of mischief making going on somewhere with you. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones, but it says open to infinite possibilities. So I feel like the world is your oyster at the minute, my darling. You've got lots of doors opening for you. You've got lots of options open to you. And it's up to you which one you take, because there is no right or wrong answer. Whichever one you take will benefit you both mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, in all areas of your life will improve. I want to say I feel happy at the moment. I feel bubbly with yourself. I feel like I feel like I've just come out of a really, really turbulent time, and now things are settling down a little bit and you're getting your friendship circles back. Again, let me know if that makes sense. You like starfish too, Susan? Yeah, I do as well. They're beautiful, aren't they? And they come in all different sizes and colours as well. So there's a lot of variety with starfish. So again, it's about having the variety and keep that variety in your life, my darling. Okay, but everything is as it should be, and you're open to everything. 9 and 10 is 14. 4 and 1 is 5. So I want to give you the 14th of a month. And again, I want to give you the number 5, but I want to take you to May. So May would be a significant month for you for a birthday, anniversary, or passing. I also want to say May is when the positive changes started coming in for you. Let me know if that makes sense. Yes, that does make sense. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. But yeah, I do feel that May is a significant month for you also. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing and keep playing in that sand and do that starfishing and show the world what your son's birthday, mate. Oh, thank you for that confirmation. That's lovely. Bless him. My birthday's in May too, so happy Taurus. Happy Taurus. As stubborn as we are. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, my sweetheart. Keep shining your light. Keep that smile on your face, and keep that chin up, because you are exactly where you should be right now. And again, everything is open to you. So whatever you decide to do in life, the world is your oyster or starfish. So go out and get it and enjoy it. All right, my darling. I hope that helps for you. Thank you for working with me. Let's see who's next. I love them too. They were one of the first packs I bought, my darling. For those that have just joined, I'm using my Animal Spirit card by Colette Baron Reed. There's the box. There you go. And it does come without a book. So it is purely intuitive card readings. I don't look at the books anyway, even when they do come with a book. Hi, Angel. Angel, long time no see. Hi, Diane. How are you? Hi, Wendy. Okay, my lovely Barbara. I know you've probably heard this before, but I have that song in my head when I saw your name. Ba 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 Barbara, ba 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 Barbara. That's enough of that. Let's see what card we have. Barbara. Da, 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 da. Do you like rock and roll music, Barbara, by any chance? Or do you have links to rock and roll music? Because I've just got a load of 50s rock and roll coming through in my head. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Oh, you're named after that song. Oh, bless your heart. That's amazing. Oh, I've got goosebumps now. Thank you for that confirmation. Wow, so that'll be the link to rock and roll music then. So mum and dad liked rock and roll music. Barbara, that's it. That's the one. I'm not big on rock and roll artists, but I do know some of the songs because my mum's into rock and roll music. She'd be able to tell you who it was by, but unfortunately she's not here. I love that music too. All the swinging and the jiving. Do the hand jive, baby. Yeah, all them songs. Right, my darling Barbara, you're being a little bit stubborn about something because these cards do not want to show themselves. So there's a situation around you where you're being a little bit stubborn and digging your heels in. Let me know if that makes sense. Oh, was it the Beach Boys that did it? Oh, I thought somebody had done it before that. Thank you, Susan, for that information. Barbara Ann by the Beach Boys. I thought it was somebody else, so I don't know who I'm thinking of. Anyway. Yeah, let me know if that makes sense, Barbara, about you being stubborn about something. Right, so I'm just going to take the top one off. You've got the skunk spirit. So who's making a big stink around you at the moment, my sweetheart? It does make sense. There's somebody making a big stink around you. That's why the skunk spirit's come in. And it says, know your worth. So somebody's been putting you down quite a lot recently and making you feel like you're not good enough. And I want to say you are good enough. You are more than good enough. And if people don't think you're good enough, that's their issue, not yours. Get rid of them. All right, because you do not need people pulling you down, and you do not need to pull yourself down either, my darling, because you've got enough people doing that for you. All right. You need to give them some stink back. Give them some of that odor back. Give them a taste of their own medicine. You know, eye for an eye and tooth for tooth and all that. I'm not saying get rude or get nasty or get revengeful, but what I am saying is stand up for yourself, okay, my sweetheart? Because you do not need other people putting you down. You're doing for that yourself, I feel. And then when people put you down as well and you hear about it, it's almost like confirming your own thoughts. It doesn't need to confirm your own thing. You are a beautiful soul and a beautiful spirit, I want to say. And I can feel that you've got a lot of love in your heart to give. And you've got a great warm energy surrounding your aura. And as I'm looking at your name, it's been surrounded by yellow. And yellow for me is about wisdom and it's about knowledge. So I do feel that you are wise beyond your years. You have a lot of knowledge to give, to teach, to share. Now, I don't know if you're, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for that confirmation. You've got a lot of knowledge and wisdom to share. You are wise beyond your years, and you've always been told you're wise beyond your years. And there's a few people around you that are slightly jealous of that, because you are a people person. You are a people magnet. You draw people in, but you don't draw people in like you don't have to try. You've just got this personality that just lights up a room. Like, you can walk into a room full of strangers and everybody's head will turn because you're noticeable. Just in your aura, you're noticeable. All right, my darling. So don't let anybody put you down anymore. Hi, Julie. Hope you're well. Sorry, I just had the door go. I will try and answer a question, Julie. If you put your question in the chat, I will see what I can do for you. I can't promise I'll be able to answer it, but I will try. So yeah, Barbara, this is all about knowing your worth. 5 and 4 is 9, and 9 is about tying up loose ends, getting rid of the riffraff, and making space for new beginnings. My co-workers filed bogus complaints against me. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Barbara. But somebody will know that they're bogus. Maybe putting a complaint about them yourself into, that's bullying at the end of the day. And I know us adults don't like to think of ourselves as being bullied, but that is a form of bullying. So make sure you get somebody on your side, my darling, okay? Oh, oh, excuse me. Barbara, would you understand somebody in spirit that was quite, oh, take it off. Take it off, you're getting too close. Sorry about that. Would you understand somebody in spirit that had a really bad cough and was sick right before they passed? They coughed so hard it made them sick. Because I feel like all I want to do is cough and be sick and cough and be sick. And it's not that I'm bringing anything much up either. It's all like stomach acid. It's like I can't keep anything down. So I had trouble with food. I had trouble with keeping food down towards the end of my life. Let me know if you understand that, please, Barbara. I feel this is a lady and I feel this is grandmother on mum's side. Would that make sense? Because she's coming through, but as soon as I started talking about you putting in a complaint about bullying, this lady came through and she wasn't taking no for an answer. And she came that close and that quick. I didn't have a chance to tell her to hold back a little bit. And this situation is making you feel sick. I feel that this situation is playing on your mental health as well as your physical health. I feel like you need to take time off for stress. And I feel like you really need to take time out for yourself. And you're not sleeping properly either because of all this stress. Grandma's putting it on me that you're not sleeping very well. And there's been tears as well because she's wetting my eyes up. Okay, my darling, I've got her. I've got her. You don't have to come that close. I've got her. She's saying you need to stand up for yourself, my sweetheart. Now's the time to open your mouth because it's been going on for too long. All right. So take Grandma's advice. Make sure you weed out the skunks. Okay. And know that you are worth more than what these people are. Don't let them drag you down anymore. All right, my sweetheart. I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Oh, okay. Excuse me. That wasn't spirit, that was me. Let's see who we've got next. Thank you, Susan. Hi, Diane. Hope you're well. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Trish. If I haven't said hello to you and I've missed you, hello. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm trying to say hello to everybody, but it's impossible when I'm on a read. I'm on a read. You're very welcome, my sweetheart. You're very welcome. I'm very well, thank you. Getting ready to watch the match tomorrow night. Woo! Diane, you're another one that's feeling tired because every time I look at your name, do I yawn? You've not been sleeping very well, my darling. Let's see what the cards come up for you. I also feel very dehydrated with yourself as well. So have you been drinking plenty of water? Or have you been taking in plenty of fluids? I feel like you need some fluids. I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, I'm just telling you what I'm getting from spirit. Okay, why isn't Dan? Diane, would you know a Dan in spirit? Because I've been given the name Dan and I've also been given the name Danielle. Now, I don't know if Dan was short for Danielle or if it's Dan and a Danielle. They're not making that quite because I got Dan, then I got Danielle. So I'm going to say Dan is somebody called Danielle that you call Dan. Does that make sense? Yes, you drink water, but you get it. Okay, my darling. Would you understand diabetes in the family? Can't take Conspino. Can you take them on the earth plane then? Because I've just got the name Danielle. I don't often get names. Daniel is a neighbour. Ah, okay. Okay, so that'll be where the Dan is then. Thank you for that confirmation. I knew they mentioned it for some reason or other. Now, why would they be mentioning your neighbour? Let me have a look. Would you stand diabetes in the family? Oh, Danielle. Danielle is a neighbour. Okay. I know I shouldn't ask questions, but would you know if she's, if there's anything wrong with her at the moment, health-wise? Because that's come up for a reason. There's something between you and Danielle. Okay. Feel there's a little bit of competition going on at the moment. You're not sure about the diabetes. Okay, my darling. Well, just remember I've given it to you. Normally, diabetes, it doesn't matter how much you drink, you still feel dehydrated. So again, I'm not diagnosing, so it might be worth getting a diabetic check done. It's easy done. It's just a blood test. Ask your GP. Tell them that you know, you're not sleeping well. You're feeling dehydrated, and if you're drinking more than you think you should be drinking, also going to the toilet as well. If you're going to the toilet more than what you think you should be going to the toilet, just a diabetic check. Slow and steady wins the race. I feel there's a little bit of competition around you at the moment, my sweetheart. I feel like there's a race to get ahead for some reason, between yourself and some, I don't know if it's co-workers or if it's a social group, but there seems to be a little bit of getting tests at the moment. Oh, wow. Okay. So you're having a diabetic test done. Thank you for that confirmation. That'll be why they brought it through then. Yeah, because I'm seeing the blood tests. Okay, my darling. Well, I hope that goes well for you. Lots of tests. Okay, yeah, not a specific one. Okay, well, if it ask them if they're doing a diabetic check, and if not, ask for one. Because the diabetic check isn't normally in with the normal blood tests. Competition, not sure. I work for myself. It could be another company then, maybe. Maybe there's somebody somewhere doing the same sort of thing that you're doing, and that's where the competition is. But it says slow and steady wins the race. So what basically is that telling you is you've got nothing to worry about. Just keep doing what you're doing. It may be a little bit slower, a little bit more of an upheaval for you than it seems for other people, or other people might be making it look easy when you know it isn't. But keep doing what you're doing, and um, things will pan out, and there'll be nothing to worry about. Okay, my darling. Now you've got the number 62. 6 and 2 is 8. 8 is the infinity symbol. So I do feel that whatever you're doing now is going to be a continuous cycle. And again, it's about keep on doing what you're doing. Okay, number 8 also takes me to, let's see, April, May, June, July, August. I always get mixed up between August and September. I don't know why. So August would be a significant month for you as well. Makes sense, and yes, you can take that. Okay, my darling, thank you for that confirmation. Yeah, so August is a significant month for birthday, anniversary, or passing. But the infinity symbol is about keep doing what you're doing, and don't break the cycle, don't change anything, because what you're doing is exactly how it should be at the moment. Okay, my sweetheart, and that's a message from spirit. But I also want to take you into the water. The cards surrounding the water it's all turquoise, and I feel like things are imbalanced at the moment between your emotions and your mental health, thoughts and feelings. So I feel like you're on an even keel at the minute. You're on a definite balance. I'm doing what I'm doing and will continue on my path. That's it. That's all they want you to do. But don't rush things, okay? This is saying don't rush, because there is no rush. Take it slow, take it steady, learn what you need to learn, research what you need to research, but do it in your own time. Okay, there is no rush to get ahead. All right, my sweetheart, I hope that helps you, and thank you for working with me. And yes, you feel a bit more balanced. Yeah, there's definitely balance there. So you're doing exactly the right things, my sweetheart. Okay, so just keep doing what you're doing. And let's see who's next. Angel. Hi, Angel. If you hear lots of kids running up and downstairs, my teenage daughter's got two of her friends sleeping over tonight, so that's what all the hullabaloo is. Okay. I'll shuffle them again because I'm not sure who I was looking at when that card fell out. I went off into a bit of a daydream then. I do apologise. Right. Oh, look at the state of my hair. I look like a big fuzzball today. Anything for you, Susan? Let's have a look. Hi, Dawn. Hope you're well. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you comment, otherwise I won't be able to see your name. Hi, Tanita. Long time no see. How are you, my sweetheart? Oh. Susan, what have you been up to? You've got the parrot. Who's a pretty boy? You've got the parrot. Okay, so first I want to say the colours. Beautiful. Look at all them colours. So I want to say you've got plenty of variety in your life at the minute. Plenty of warmth surrounding you. I'm picking up on the blues as well, so this is about communication. And what do parrots do? They talk, they listen, and they repeat. They listen and they repeat. So what I want to say to you is, be careful who you're telling things to. Be careful who you're talking to. Be careful who you're letting secrets out to, because things are getting or will get repeated if they're not already getting repeated. Let me know if you understand this, if you know this is already happening or not. I'm very well, thank you, Tanita. Hi, Christina. Hi, Becky. I'll just wait for your reply before I carry on, Susan. I know there's a bit of a delay on Facebook. Learn not to talk to anyone. Yeah, there are a couple of people you can trust, but there are also quite a few people you can't. And I feel like you've got the card number 45. 5 and 4 is 9. 9 is about the endings, tying up loose ends, getting rid of the riffraff, clearing up old habits, ready to bring in new things and new people and new experiences. So what I want to say is you need to clean up of your friendship circle, my sweetheart, okay? But watch your words, watch how you say things to people. Sometimes it's not so much what we say, it's how we say it. So if you want to get out of this sort of relatively without conflict, you need to be able to say it in such a way that doesn't cause conflict. So the important thing is one, don't shout, and two, stick to the facts, because nobody can argue with facts. Make sure you've got evidence to back it up, because nobody can argue with that, my sweetheart, okay? You can't confide in anybody. I know you feel like you can't confide in anybody, but there is one or two people you can trust, because I'm being given the number 2. So there are 2 people that you can trust, that you can talk to. You've just got to find out, you know who them 2 people are, and you know who it is that is repeating things. All right, my sweetheart, but you're doing exactly the right thing in being cautious about who you talk to. Just don't let it close off your trust altogether, okay? Because there are people out there you can trust. You've just got to find them. All right, my sweetheart. You've got the yellow in the parrot's wing. And this again, yellow for me is about wisdom. Thank you. Yes, too, I know. Thank you for that confirmation. Yellow for me is about wisdom and knowledge. So again, this is about using your words wisely, using your wisdom, using your knowledge to be able to navigate through the mess, if you like. All right, my sweetheart. I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. There is victory, by the way, because the parrot's wearing a crown. I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but the parrot's wearing a crown. So there is victory. You will come through this okay. Again, it's about watching your words and watching not so much what you say, but how you say it. All right, my sweetheart. I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Let's have a look. Who's next? You're very welcome, my darling. You're very welcome. Tanya. As I looked at your name, this card fell out. You've got the nightingale bird. Sing, sweet nightingale, sing. Sing, sweet nightingale, sing. That's the song from Cinderella. So Cinderella is significant to you. Let me know if that makes sense. Not necessarily the song, but the Disney animation, I want to say. But Cinderella is important. And I feel like you feel like a bit of a Cinderella character. I feel like you're feeling very lonely at the minute. Now, I don't know if you're in a relationship or not at the moment, but this is saying love is all around you. So the love is there. If you're not in a relationship, the love is there. You've just got to open your eyes and open your heart and open your mind to it. If you're already in a relationship, then for some reason you're feeling like there's no closeness there at the moment. You're feeling like you're on your own for whatever reason. And this is partly because, meaning this not in a disrespectful way, but you've kind of closed yourself off a little bit. And this person is, don't know if you've closed yourself off because you've got things going on in your own head, or if this is because something that this person has done. But either way, the bond then is tightening, my sweetheart. Okay, you are loved, and you need to remember you are loved, you know, and that is the important message for you with this card. You've got a gramophone there, so it's almost like the nightingale is shouting it to you. You are loved. You are loved. And it wants to keep singing to you. And it wants you to sing from your heart. It wants you to show the love that you've got to give, because you have got a lot of love to give. But for some reason, you're closing it off and shutting it away. Let me know if that makes sense, Tanya, please. Again, I feel like there's a lot of balance between your head and your heart, because I've got the turquoise colours, and I've also got the spring and summer colours in this card, which is new beginnings, support. I do feel that I have closed off. I've lost someone important and it's hard to open up. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you for that confirmation. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting. But you are loved, my darling, and you don't have to close yourself off. You know, loss, there's a saying that loss is the price that we pay for grief, is the price that we pay for love. And grieving can come on all different forms. It doesn't, you don't just grieve for the dying, you can also grieve for the living. You can grieve for the loss of a relationship, because it's not just the person that you've lost in the relationship, it's everything that goes with it, everything that you planned that goes with it. So grief can come in many forms. It's not necessarily just for those that have transitioned on. If it is because of someone who's transitioned on, again, grief can do funny things. I understand you having to be closed off, but do you know what, my sweetheart? A time comes eventually to everybody. And again, it's not so much thinking about what we've lost. You need to think about what you had. Yeah, think about the good things that you had. All right, and that will help you open up a bit more. It'll help you open up again and learn to love again, and learn to love yourself as well, because I feel like there's not a lot of self-love going on with you, and I want you to do that more. I want you to do self-love. All right, my darling. You've got 4 and 1, which is 5. Again, this is about the past, so you're holding on to the past, you're holding on to what was. You can take the lesson again, take the lessons from it. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you lost your mum. But you know, that doesn't mean you have to close yourself off. You know, you had your mum for however long you had her, and you need to remember the good times, okay? I know it's not easy, and yes, it will send the tears off, but tears and crying is a form of healing. All right, my sweetheart? It's a form of healing. Yeah, I totally get that. I totally get that. There's no one, once you've lost that soulmate, there's no one that can match up to that. But it's not about comparing. Don't compare, okay, my sweetheart? Sending you big virtual hugs. Everybody send Tanya some healing, please. I think she needs it at the moment. But I do feel that between your head and your heart, there is a balance there. So you are exactly where you should be. So don't be too hard on yourself about the grieving. There is no time limit for grief, okay? And everybody grieves in their own way, in different ways. And you've got to do what you think is best for you. But don't close yourself off. Your mum wouldn't want you to miss out on love because you closed yourself off. All right. So open up, just even if it's just to a couple of people to start with. You know, let them know how you're feeling. Let them help and support you through it. because you're not the only one in your circle that's lost a parent. Maybe somebody else that has gone through it can help you through it as well. All right, my sweetheart. I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. And I hope things get better for you really soon. You're very welcome, my sweetheart. And remember, self-love. Be your own best friend. Yeah? What did your mum love about you? You need to love about yourself. And talk to your mum. Or write a journal. Write a journal down. Some people find that helpful. Like use the diary, write your mum's letter every day, telling her how you feel, or talk to her about your day. You know, dear mum, today I blah 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 blah. Or yeah, that could help. Helps with the grieving process. And when you look back on it, you'll see how far you've come. Right, people, I'm afraid that's me for tonight. Spirit have closed the door and told me it's time for me to give it up. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. Again, I've been Stace Shaw. You can find me on Facebook at Stace Shaw 180, or you can find me on FindMeAMedium directory, or you can also find me at spiritualpsychicstv.co.uk. It's been a pleasure working with you and your loved ones. It's been a pleasure having you here. Thank you for watching. Lots of love. Stay safe. And we are back at 9 o'clock with Double Trouble at Home, Paul and Luke Gouchard, who will be doing wax art readings and crystal ball readings. So we hope to see you at 9 p.m. for that. Otherwise, I will see you on Monday, I do believe. All right, my sweetheart. Good night. God bless. See you on Monday.